Hey there. If you've followed the process so far, you have Anki on your laptop installed in English, and here you are. You have your blank Anki program. Go to the bottom of the application and hit that button that says Create Deck. Name the deck whatever you want. Go over to Configuration, that little configuration widget there, the settings, and where it says Show New Cards in Order Added, we're going to change that to Show New Cards in random order. I find this is a much more effective way of learning new information, especially when you're getting it from maybe a list or some source. You never want all parts of the story that you're reading all together or something like that. You kind of want it mixed up a little bit. Once you've done that, go ahead and go to the Add menu button. And by default, Anki is on Basic. Basic just means classic flashcards, front side, back side. We want to change that. You can use Anki with basic notes, but it's not really the most effective way. We want to use what's called a close, C-L-O-Z-E. It's there in the menu there. Select that. And what close is a fancy way of saying fill in the blank. Fill in the blank is one of the most classic question styles on any grammar exercise or exam you ever took in your French 1001 class or whatever. You just have to pull the information out of your brain and put it in that blank space on the paper. That fill in the blank exercise is, technically speaking, called close deletion. And that's what we're going to do. Anki is like a never-ending exam that you take to memorize and remember information. Once you're done with that, we're ready to start inputting the things we want to remember into Anki. So choose your source material. Maybe you've got a story that you like with new interesting vocab. Maybe you've got a grammar exercise that you pulled from a book that you're learning from, whatever the case may be. Either manually type or just copy and paste that information into Anki. Whatever the word is or the concept is that you're trying to memorize, highlight it. And then up in the menu bar, press those three little dots. So first highlight, then press those three little dots that you see my students hovering over. And what those three dots are, that's what creates the fill in the blank exercise. So whatever you highlight, that's what's going to be the fill in the blank. And then just click Add. And repeat this process a couple times. Keep going. Find your story, highlight a sentence, copy the sentence, paste it into Anki, make the close deletion, add, repeat. Now, this can be a little bit boring. It can be a little bit arduous. So we need to learn shortcuts. First of all, Control-C, Control-V, Command-C, Command-V are the shortcuts for copying and pasting, which you should definitely know. But Anki-specific shortcuts are first highlight the word that you want to learn and press Control-Shift-C if you're using Windows or Command-Shift-C if you're using a Mac. And that's going to create the close deletion. That's going to create that fill in the blank. And then the other shortcut to know is Command-Enter, which will add the card. So your workflow looks something like copy, paste, highlight, Command-Shift-C, Command-Enter. And then you just repeat that until the cows come home. Here's a little moment. You see that my student had just the sentence, I do mostly imports and exports. Now it's gone down. That's not enough context. You have no idea what the words or what the phrasal verb gone down means just from I do mostly imports and exports. So what he's done, he has added in the phrase because of the pandemic. And so my student has an imports and exports business, and his business has declined. His business has gone down because of the pandemic. And now he has the context he needs in order to remember the phrase gone down. Oops, he made a mistake. So where he made that mistake, he's going to click history there at the bottom. And he sees that most recent note, and you'll see the mistake in just a second. The close deletion, the fill in the blank exercise, is around nothing. Yeah, there's nothing inside of it. So we need to delete that and put that close deletion around what he had originally intended, the phrase despite the fact that. Once you correct the phrase, you can just exit out of it normally and you'll be back at the editing menu or the adding menu. So there's nothing to confirm here. There's no command enter. You just exit out. And get back to it. All right. Finally, once you are done with the long process of creating new notes, at some point you're going to want to have Anki not just on your computer, but also on your iPhone, on your other laptop, on your Android tablet, whatever you want, any other device. So you're going to go up to the very, very top menu on Anki where it says Decks, Add, Browse, Stats, Sync. We're going to click that Sync button and we're going to click the Sign Up link. Now, if you're following along with me at the same time, in some of the older versions of Anki, that Sign Up link actually leads you to the Sign In page. So go up to the top right of that link in your web browser, and that will lead you to the actual sign up page. Give them your email, sign away your soul, swear away your firstborn child, all the good stuff. And then confirm the email. I think I might have already said that. And then come back to Anki, sign in, and now here's the important part. When you sign in, make certain that you sync and upload to Anki's server. So you click that sync button again, sign into your account, and click upload to Anki Web. Right now, there's nothing on Anki's servers. They have none of your information that you just spent the last 10, 15, 20 minutes putting in. So if you download, you're going to download nothing. And all of your information that you just created, all those notes that you painstakingly developed, will be erased. So upload to Anki Web. And now you're good to go. You can review on your phone, you can review on your Android tablet, you can review on whatever. Um, but let it be said in passing that the iPhone application does cost $25, if I remember correctly. I said iPhone, but I mean like iOS. The iOS application costs $25. And then you should get back to the wonderful and beautiful business of jamming all this information back into your brain so that you never ever forget it again. I know this might feel like a somewhat painstaking process, but if you think about the 5 minutes a day that you spend on Anki versus the very embarrassing moments where you forget a word that you know you should know, I think it's worth it. That's all on Anki. I think that's the, like introduction. This is setup and what you need in order to really get started. There are many other techniques like including pictures in your cards, including multiple card types. All of these things are more advanced techniques that you can find on the subreddit for Anki. I'll leave a link for that in the description. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment. More than happy to help out. Bye for now.